Here's a UQ past exam question. Position of a particle is given by the vector r of t cos pi t over 4 minus 1 sine pi t over 4 for t between 0 and 2. Determine velocity, determine the length of the path. So let's begin with the velocity. The velocity vector is the derivative with respect to t of r of t. And so we have the derivative of cos is minus sine. We multiply by the derivative of that inside function, which is pi on 4. So we have minus pi on 4 sine of pi on 4t, and then the derivative of sine is cos, and then we multiply that by the derivative of the inside function, which is pi on 4, so pi on 4 cos of pi t on 4. Okay, so here is our velocity vector. Part B, determine the length of the path. So the arc length is given by the integral over t from 0 to 2 of the norm of r dash of t. So on the side here, let's calculate the norm of r dash. So we have the norm of this vector is pi on 4 sine squared plus cos squared, but that's 1. So square root of 1. And so we just have pi on 4 for that. Okay, well, that's easy. Now let's sub that in here. So we have the integral from 0 to 2 of pi on 4 dt. So integrating this constant just gives pi on 4t. And then t goes from 0 to 2. We sub in 2, we sub in 0, we subtract. And so we have pi on 4 times 2 minus pi on 4 times 0. And this simplifies to be pi on 2.